Welcome back to This Down the Third. Last time we left off, we talking about some of the hottest movies this summer.
Right.
But we also watched a lot of TV shows. Now, the way we watch TV shows is a little bit different. I hate commercials. So, the TV shows that we're going to talk about is stuff that you can probably stream.
Right.
You know, because I'm just not about the advertisement. But if anybody want to advertise on this show, if anybody want to advertise, I'm all about the advertisement. You know, got milk. The point is, so the TV shows that we watch, so a lot of times you can just stream it.
Right.
Primarily, I think we're talking about Netflix today. Mm-hmm. When we think about Netflix, and HBO, we did a lot of stuff on HBO.
Yeah, HBO.
Shout out to
HBO Go.
HBO Go. Shout out to Prime. Amazon Prime has a lot of great stuff.
I love Prime. I am an avid and original Prime user.
Hulu is good, but Hulu's main problem is
commercials.
You got commercials. Listen, I'm just not about that commercial life. Unless you want to put a commercial on this show. And if you want to put a commercial on this show, AT&T, it's your thing, okay?
Really?
So, a lot of TV shows that we saw. So, we can watch these at any time. For example, The Office is on Netflix. Just got into The Office. I was a mad person that hated The Office because it was just... The first season is just like the British first season. And I don't like copycats or whatever. But after that first season 2, 3, 4, 5, 19...
It got a little better.
Right. And so... you know what I just thought about?
What?
A Quiet Place.
We did not talk about A Quiet Place. So we're going to take it back to movies. And it's like 2 other movies we didn't mention either. Yeah. So, Quiet Place is 1. Teen Titans Go is lit. If you have not watched Teen Titans Go movie, it's lit. You have to watch it. And what's really crazy about it is... Stan Lee makes an appearance in Teen Titans Go, which is a DC universe movie. But he makes an appearance, so you have to go see Teen Titans Go. The kids are gonna love it. And the other thing was Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 was probably the best. Because Teen Titans Go was dope. But the fact is that we saw Incredibles when we was younger, right? Yeah, junior high school. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. And Incredibles was like the greatest cartoon movie ever. Right. And then you make us wait 30,000 years for a part 2, and you made a better one. Right. It did not disappoint. And what I loved about Incredibles is the shorts before the movies. Yes. It's worth watching those. So get there early enough to at least see the preview so you can see the shorts. But yeah, Incredibles 2, A Quiet Place needs to win all kind of awards. Listen, and so we was talking about Shame on You because of Black Panther. That's a close one with A Quiet Place, because A Quiet Place would be my vote for Best Picture. Right. It would be my vote too. I love Black Panther, so please don't kill us. Yeah. But if it's gonna be, if they gonna ever moonlight one Best Picture thing, it should be between A Quiet Place and Black Panther for now. So we don't know what, the movies to come later on this year, but for now it's out of those 2. One that's gonna sneak up on you that we didn't talk about, but we're probably gonna dip into it a little bit more because of the message, was Black Klansman. Right. That's a really good movie. Black Klansman is a good movie. It's a really good movie. See that. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Right. Shout out to Spike Lee. That's a Spike Lee joint. Right. But anyway, when we talk about the TV shows, not to go off on a tangent or whatever, I finally started watching The Office. Right. And The Office was a legit show. I'm not going to give a shout out to Omar because I can't stand Omar. But the point is, it was a legit show. Okay? It was a legit show. Right? With that being said, we stream a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. Most notably come to my mind when we talk about the DC universe. Mm-hmm. At the beginning, I kind of liked Black Lightning, but then I fell off. Right. So my mama had been telling me, listen, we're going to bring up my mama a lot. Sorry, mama, shout out to you. So my mama brought up watching Black Panther. Mama, I will bring you up too, but we haven't talked in a while. So I'm going to bring you up later on. So my mama been telling me y'all need to watch Black Panther because she know that me and Q's thing is that we love watching movies, we love watching TV shows together because that's our thing. That's how we spend time with each other outside of work and life and everything else. But anyway, she'd been telling me watch Black Lightning, and I thought it was some weird comedy made for black people type of show, which it kind of isn't a little bit, but not so much. So we finally got into Black Lightning, and I think we're on season 2 now. No, we haven't finished our season 1. Oh, I thought we haven't finished our season 1, but
So the show itself is a very good show. So I'm not gonna discredit it by any stretch. And means if you stumble across Black Lightning, I'm not telling you to change the channel or anything like that. I'm telling you to watch the show. It's a very good show. The thing is with me, there's some things that I'm looking in particular in the shows that I like that Black Lightning kind of misses, and then I really don't like Thunder. Thunder is the character's name. Right. And the whole breathing thing. That's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing.
It's weird, man.
And it's disturbing. And my thing I don't like is that their outfits.
Their outfits are terrible.
It's mad corny.
Their outfits are
New York
terrible.
language, mad corny.
Their outfits are terrible. When we talk about corny, the only thing more cornier than their outfits is this show, Luke Cage. Listen, Luke Cage. Listen, I love black people. Black people, hopefully you love me. Some things we just need to like.
I'm a Luke Cage hater, mama. I am a Luke Cage hater. He is the worst actor on the show.
The entire show.
The entire show, he's the worst actor. Like the extras outact Luke Cage, and it drives me crazy. It's just it's not believable. So the whole So one thing is the hoodie thing. So I understand that we did the whole hoodie thing because of Trayvon Martin and all that kind of stuff. But it comes to a point where, bruh, stop wearing the hoodie. Right. Stop wearing the hoodie.
And then the holes in the shirt, like, come on, man.
Like we know you bulletproof, bruh.
Yeah, like, come on, man. And then the thing is, this is the thing I don't like about the show, and we talk about black people and stuff like that. I'm all pro black. I want black people to, progress and things like that. And, we always want civil rights for everybody, right? It's not just about black people or anything like that. Civil rights for everybody. I have a lot of great friends who are Muslim or whatever, and, they fight for their own rights. And, we're not talking about anybody in the White House or anything like that, but we want civil rights for everybody, right? But with Black Panther, it's kind of like, it's just black. Like, there's nothing else. And it's come on, like...
It's like, it's not the real world. Two,
exactly.
Harlem is not like that.
At all. At all. Have you been to Spanish Harlem? Like,
it's not like that at all.
Like,
and I don't like this common trend throughout movies and TV shows where we have to throw in a current event that's going on. I understand they are current and it's things going on, but it kind of don't fit the time period, especially when you're trying to throw it into Luke Cage. Let's face it, people. Luke Cage is a comic book person.
Comic book, not real.
He's a comic book person. He's not a real person, so he's not facing the adversities that we're actually facing today. So it's kind of hard to relate when you want to watch it for the comic book reasoning because you into Marvel, and then you got to kind of turn on your Black Power. Thing is, it kind of doesn't fit, which is what throws me off. And then it's just gone downhill. Like the first season, it ended weird. It's like the good parts happens in the middle, and then it ends on a weird note to where this season they had to bring in the Iron Fist to even bring up the ratings to me.
I think so too. And not only that, I really feel like whoever's writing it or whatever, and I understand they at some points they try to stay true to the comics. Some point, I don't know when Luke Cage married Jessica Jones, so if you want to be real pro-black people, Luke Cage marries a white woman named Jessica Jones, okay? So when we talk about this and we all pro-black and stuff like that, do your history and do the comic books, he marries Jessica Jones, okay? With that being said, you kill off Cottonmouth in the first season mad early.
You do.
Mad early. Mahershala Ali was saving this show. He was killing this show. And, you kill him off mad early. Because
he was the reason why I kept watching. And then the character Shades, for a minute, was until this whole love affair with... I forget her name.
Yeah, I forget her name, too.
But she's a well-known actress, and she's doing a great job because she's actually, to me, kept the show afloat. As far as that goes. But this weird relationship, this cougar type thing going on. It's weird. It's just like a real weird turnoff. The best part is the bad guy.
The Jamaican dude. Oh, the Jamaican dude.
He kills the show.
Yes. And he not even from Harlem.
He not.
First of all, he's from Jamaica, let's be honest. And then Brooklyn. Brooklyn, stand up. He not even from Harlem. That's what Harlem is not like that, man. I'm getting irritated.
Okay, so we're gonna move past Whack Cage. Sorry, Mama, but Luke Cage was whack. Something you gotta miss. Iron Fist, though.
Iron Fist.
Let's touch on it quickly.
We kind of boycotted it because, all right, we're from Dallas, if you didn't know. Right. We're from Dallas, born and raised, thoroughbreds, and we moved to New York City. Right? So we're in New York, and we try to do a lot of New York type things, but when we go down and we're at Madison Square Garden and 34th Street or whatever, you see these big billboards everywhere and stuff like that, and it's just Iron Fist with this glowing fist and just... It
just looks terrible.
It's like...
Is this your superpower?
What is it?
One fist? Like, what
is he doing?
What are we doing with this fist?
So, the advertising to me was bad whack. And then we watched The Defenders last year.
Right.
And then his first time on the show. So, we skipped Iron Fist, the show, completely.
Right, we did.
We went ahead and went to The Defenders. And then he pops up on the show. And he just starts meditating like... It was like, this is the wackest dude ever.
It's whack.
So whack.
It was whack.
But it was a slow day. I don't know if it was raining outside or whatever the case may be, and we were trying to flip through, like, what can we watch? We watched Friends. I got Seinfeld on DVD. We watched Seinfeld or whatever. Seinfeld. And it's like, all right, I don't want to watch none of this. We have breezed through Game of Thrones, right? Shout out to Game of Thrones. And there's like, there's nothing on TV. You want to watch Iron Fist?
Give it a try.
Listen, this show is lit. Lit. This show was lit. Like, this dude right here he could gold fist all day. I don't care. This was lit. It was so lit, he saved Luke Cage season 2.
He did. Because, you know what, that's what sparked us to kind of keep it in the, my list on Netflix. Right. So we saw, it was like, if they got to bring him in, he got to be some type of good to kind of like save the show. But anyway, Iron Fist is good. We just started season 2.
We just started it. Enjoyed it. It started off a little bit slow.
Right. But it started off slow the first time, but not as slow as critics kind of said that it was started out.
Critics is a little way.
Yeah, they was doing the most. And shame on you, critics. Luke Cage should not be rated as high as it is.
At all.
I understand that we trying to represent for black people, but some stuff black folks should just not get.
Luke Cage is terrible.
Just saying.
Listen.
Just because he look good to some ladies don't mean the show is good. Yeah. Let's put some stuff in perspective.
Anyways. Speaking
of season 2, so one show that I recommend everybody go see besides Munchkins is the Ozark. Ozarks is lit. We just started season 2. We're on episode 2 or 3? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I think we're on 3. We finished the first 2.
Okay.
But Ozark was so good when it came out last summer. Random middle day of the summer, and we actually had a lot of things that we could have watched.
Yeah,
you know,
but it just
and then we just I think the NBA Finals was going on. But it was the daytime. It was like, all right, let's just watch whatever this show. Jason Bateman, Ozarks. Okay, let's watch it. I like Jason Bateman.
Yeah, we both like Jason Bateman. So
we watched it. First of all, 2 days we watched it. 2 days. Like, I don't know how much time we spent in front of that TV. 2 days, wrap.
2 days. We had breezed through it.
I
think the best part of the Ozarks is that after the second episode we watched it last season was at the beginning the letters Ozark spell out something, and the fun thing is that it's kind of like an interactive show. Right. So you try to see what the symbols are as you're watching.
Exactly.
As you're watching the show. So definitely go check that out. I don't want to give out any spoilers because so much happened that we've even considered rewatching season 1 before we move on to episode 3 because so much has happened and happened in season 1. But the Ozarks is a great show.
Listen, Netflix hit it off with that.
They killed it with that one. That's one that they did not miss.
Another one they didn't miss on, which we're still waiting for season 2, is Mindhunter. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Yeah,
Mindhunter was later. We'll kind of get that onto that when we start talking more like biopics and stuff, documentaries and things like that. What's another show we watched? So, on the funnier side, we mentioned Seinfeld. My favorite show is Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. I do not know. One, I love coffee. If y'all can see my sign, life begins after coffee. But anyway, I love coffee. He does it. But I absolutely I love Jerry Seinfeld. I didn't watch the show as much, but like I said, we got the DVD, all seasons box set DVD. So we've been watching that late at night when we really don't want to give our attention mentally to other shows. We watch Seinfeld. So shout out to Seinfeld. Shout out to Jerry, like I know him. Shout out to Jerry. But I love Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. I like to learn the stories of the different comedians and the celebrities, how they got started, what they had to go through as far as to come up. I also like to look at the cars and the shoes that Jerry has on each show because it's always different.
Always different.
He always comes through dripping. Jerry comes through dripping. no matter what. So that's one of my favorite shows that's been a pleasantry, and I think they just started a new season because it started back in 2014. So we were watching like the first few seasons. Right. Shout out to Jerry. It's
a great show, especially I'm not wanting to like documentaries. It's not a documentary. It's not going back or whatever, but it does give you more in depth about the comedian himself. And sometimes it's just actors. It's not really just comedians.
Right.
So it gives you a little more softer side or in depth version or look into whoever that comedian or actor is. And Jerry finds a way for them to be candid, you know.
Right.
And so episodes that come to my mind, Cedric the Entertainer was pretty good. Steve Harvey was pretty good. When I forget the comedian, one of his close friends passed away, but that show was pretty good. The older guy from I don't know why I'm forgetting names, but the older guy from the Ocean's movies, he was in there.
Right, Jay Leno was on one of them, wasn't he?
Jay Leno was in there.
Jay Leno was on one of them.
So like, there's a lot of in-depth looks into these actors, comedians, and stuff like that.
It gets really as real as far as the show goes. What I do like though, Jerry got these old cars, y'all. And if anybody's got an old car, knows that old cars break down.
Yes.
And just, what is he, New Jersey Turnpike,
New Jersey Turnpike,
Brooklyn Bridge, wherever Jerry go, one of these cars is subject to break down. They may be shiny, all waxed up.
Oh, especially the episode with Patton Oswalt. The show with Patton Oswalt.
The car breaks down completely.
And then he just had a backup car.
Backup car, just come get it. But yeah, one of my favorite shows to watch is Comedians Cars Getting Coffee.
So 2 shows that you definitely have to watch, I think. One show, if you haven't watched it, shame on you, is Game of Thrones. And I'll be honest with you,
shame on him.
First of all,
I had to get him hooked. To my GOT people out there.
Listen, to all you GOT people, first and foremost, like, the fact that y'all have GOT parties, and y'all eating your chips and dip and your queso, and you invite people over and y'all talking about it, and then y'all tweet about it. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, it's weird.
Sounds like hateration.
No, it sounds like real life person with things to do. Like a real life person with things to do. Secondly, the show is dope. Right? And I know nothing, Jon Snow. The point is, and if you're picking favorite characters, all right, let's do it. All right, we're gonna do it. Favorite character on the show?
Daenerys, then Jon Snow.
All right.
And then Arya. Those are my top 3.
So I talked to a lot of GOT people, GOT fans, and you pick Jon Snow or you pick Daenerys, you not a real person. You can't pick these people.
First of all, let me just say this: if y'all didn't read the books, y'all not real people. Because I have read all of the books before the show came out, and let me tell you, I try to speed through every other character, but when I get to Arya, Daenerys, and Jon Snow, it's just something about their character because they're kind of like outcasts and they're working their way up through the struggle. So that's why they're my favorite. I can relate to all 3 of them. Everybody else, I'm reading through like, this is a test. Let me get through this information.
So I'm gonna tell you my favorite characters before we finish this up, but I gotta tell you a little bit history about me watching the show. All right.
Gonna lay it on.
So with that being said, I watched the show. Some person close to me tells me I really need to watch this show. Right? If you don't watch this show, you're not gonna talk to me ever again. Like blasphemy, right? So then I was like, I'm gonna watch this show. And I started watching the show. The show's pretty cool, medieval times or whatever case may be. I'm kind of getting into it or whatever. And then just in the middle on a random Wednesday, down the street by Wendy's, just like what?
They killed his boy.
You just take off the main character? And it's not, and it wasn't even like the end of, was it the end of it? I don't think it was the end of the episode. They still had dialogue. Like it wasn't like credits. It was
for those of you
hey, do you want to have coffee? You want to have a beer? Hey, let's go to King Lansing. Like what? Like
King Landing is a place. So for those of you who don't know, which I don't care if you haven't watched it, shame on you. Ned Stark was his favorite character.
Man, listen.
And I did not have the heart. People to tell him that he was going to die. He was the devastation. It's like he lost his own parent. Like the devastation was so real. We couldn't watch watch the show for like 3 or 4 days.
Listen, I boycotted it.
He was boycotting.
What's the point? What's the point?
And I had to tell him it was gonna be okay.
And then here's the thing: it's not even like the last episode. It was like episode. It was like episode 5. Well, maybe 6. So we'll just kill off the main character. There's no reason at all. Let's just kill him off. You know, we got more show, but we don't need the main character at all in this one.
You don't need Ned. You didn't need him no more.
Even watching the entire series, he's still one of the most important people in the entire show.
Because and you just throughout the series.
You just completely just kill him?
Right. He's very important to he's very important in this last season.
Last season, right.
That came out. So I can't wait till whenever in God's name they're going to release this final season of Game of Thrones. But we really, really, really going to be on it.
So, say all that to say this. I boycotted the show twice because my second favorite character, you just going to kill him too? For a couple of days?
It's okay though. He comes back.
It don't matter, man. It don't matter. Listen, I boycotted it twice. So, I'll say Jon Stark, probably my number 1.
Ned Stark.
I mean, not Jon. Yeah.
Ned
Jon Snow, probably my number 1.
Right.
Ned Stark, probably my number 2.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3. What's the dude that you can't trust? Nope. Tyrion. Listen.
Oh, Tyrion.
Shout out to Morristown, New Jersey. Tyrion killing it. First of all, this accent he be putting on. He up the street.
And he's also in the Avengers, so you need to go check him out.
He is in the Avengers. I was gonna say no, he's in.
Which is weird, because he's a dwarf in the Avengers.
He's a dwarf, but he's
biggest. He's biggest. I'm trying to figure out who my other character is. My favorite one that they kill off too. I can't remember his name. But anyway, go back. I'll be able to come back.
So you got Tyrion, Ned Stark, R.I.P., and my boy Jon Snow.
I still can't remember his name, so I have to bring it back. Anyway, he's the one that helped. If any of my Game of Thrones fans, he's the one that helped Bran escape.
Hodor?
Hodor, that's what it is.
Hodor.
He's probably one of my absolute favorite characters, especially when I read the book. I love Hodor. So, anybody who hasn't watched Game of Thrones, please watch it.
Listen, Hodor.
Join the club. Join the club.
I don't like Hodor like she do, but the story of Hodor is kind of like...
It gets you, because you're just like... First of all, time traveling in medieval times, like it's a lot that's going on.
Right.
We got zombies.
I've never been in the medieval times, but if you want a commercial right here, listen, medieval times, go eat it. Great family night. Medieval times is one of my favorite restaurants. All right.
Really?
One of my favorite restaurants.
It probably is, because they got chicken you can eat with your hands. Coming through dripping.
Drip. That's our shows for now. Keep tuning in. We'll be back after this one of these days, one of these times. But I gotta fill you up on the sports and how I feel about the Dallas Cowboys.
Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys.